Draft number 17 of my resignation email. I keep typing it and deleting it, typing and deleting. Dear partners, I regret to inform you. Delete. To whom it may concern, effective immediately. Delete. Hi everyone, it's been a journey, but delete. How do you write the email that says, I'm leaving because you've slowly been killing my soul? How do you resign professionally from your own destruction? Welcome to I Am The Advocat. I'm LawBooBoo, and today we're talking about the hardest thing in the world, leaving without shame.
Segment 1. Permission to leave. Story 1. The Disappointment Cascade.
I keep thinking about how I've disappointed everyone. My parents who sacrificed for my education, my mentors who invested in me, my law school friends who think I have the perfect job. How do I tell them I'm walking away from everything they think I should want? The disappointment cascade, where other people's dreams for your life become your prison sentence. But here's a revolutionary thought. Their disappointment is not your responsibility. Their expectations are not your obligations. Their vision for your life is not more important than your actual experience of living it.
Story 2. The Failure Narrative.
If I leave, does it mean I failed? That I couldn't hack it? That I'm weak? I've never quit anything in my life. What does it say about me if I quit now? The failure narrative, where staying in a toxic situation is considered strength and leaving is considered weakness.
Pause for thought.
If your friend was in an abusive relationship, would you call them a failure for leaving? Would you tell them to stick it out and be stronger? Why is career abuse different from any other kind of abuse?
Story 3. The Sunk Cost Sorrow.
I've been here for 6 years. 6 years of my life, my 20s, building relationships, developing expertise. If I leave now, was it all for nothing? Did I waste the best years of my life? The sunk cost sorrow, where past investment justifies future suffering. Those 6 years weren't wasted, darling. They were education. You learnt what you didn't want, you developed skills, you gained experience, you discovered your limits. That's not waste, that's data. And the best years of your life, they're not behind you. They're waiting for you on the other side of this decision. And here's the trap you keep circling. Should I stay or should I go? Darling, that's the wrong question. The right questions are, what is the cost of staying? What is the cost of leaving? And which is the cost I can live with? When you frame it that way, you stop thinking about loyalty or failure, and you start thinking about survival and growth.
Segment 2. The Identity Reconstruction.
Let's talk about the scariest part of leaving. Who are you without this job? Your entire adult identity has been built around this place, this title, this trajectory. You've introduced yourself in the same way for years. You've measured your worth by the same metrics. You've defined success by the same standards. But here's what leaving teaches you. You are not your job. You are not your title. You are not your firm's brand. You are a complete human being who happened to work somewhere that didn't deserve you. The identity crisis you're having, that's not losing yourself. That's finding yourself.
Story 4. The Resume Gap Anxiety.
How do I explain the gap? What do I say in interviews? How do I tell people I've left without another job lined up? Because I was having daily panic attacks. Who is going to hire someone who couldn't handle their last job. The resume gap anxiety, where the fear of explaining your escape becomes another reason not to escape. Here's your script. I left to pursue opportunities that better aligned with my values and career goals. That's not lying, that's reframing. Your values include not being abused, and your career goals include maintaining your sanity.
Pause for thought.
Any employer who judges you for leaving a toxic situation is probably toxic themselves. Let the resume gap be your screening tool. The right place will understand.
Segment 3. The walking away wisdom.
Here's what nobody tells you about leaving. It's not giving up, it's growing up. It's recognizing that some situations can't be fixed, only escaped. It's choosing your future over your past, and it's valuing your well-being over other people's expectations. Leaving isn't failure, it's finally passing the test. The test of whether you love yourself enough to remove yourself from situations that don't love you back. You're not walking away from success, you're walking towards sanity. You're not abandoning your dreams, you're choosing new ones.
Story 5. The liberation realization.
The day I finally handed in my resignation, I felt lighter, like I've been holding my breath for years and could finally exhale. Even though I was terrified about the future, I felt more like myself than I had in ages. The liberation realization, that moment when you remember what it feels like to breathe freely. Your body knows before your mind does. The relief you feel isn't about escaping work, it's about escaping trauma. It's about reclaiming your right to exist without constantly bracing for impact. Challenge 1. Notice how you feel just thinking about leaving. Not the practical fears, the emotional response. Does some part of you feel hopeful? That's your authentic self trying to break free.
Story 6. The rage, quit, regret.
I know someone who quit in the middle of a fight, slammed the door, walked out, never came back. At first they felt powerful, but later they regretted not leaving on their own terms, and it followed them into interviews for years. Not every exit feels clean. That's why we talk about leaving without shame. You deserve to leave in a way that preserves your dignity, not just proves a point. So what's the real question you're wrestling with? Is it stay or go, or is it something else entirely? Drop it in the anonymous link. We'll use it in a future episode.
Segment 4. Mental inventory check.
Mental inventory time for my escape artists. Imagine it's 1 year from now. You've left your current job, you found something else. Maybe it's not perfect, but it's better. You're sitting somewhere peaceful, thinking back on this very moment. What would that future self tell you? Would they regret leaving? Would they wish you'd stayed longer? Would they be grateful you had the courage to jump? Now imagine it's 5 years from now, and you never left. You're still in the same place with the same problems, having the same conversations with yourself about maybe leaving someday. Which future feels more alive? Which version of yourself do you want to become? Your future self is counting on the decision you make today or tomorrow, but sometime soon. So don't let them down.
Segment 5. The blessing to begin.
Here's what I wish someone had told you when you were drowning in doubt. You have the permission to start over. You have the permission to want something different. You have permission to change your mind about what success looks like. You have permission to disappoint people who are living vicariously through your misery. Your law degree isn't a life sentence, it's a qualification. Your experience isn't wasted, it's preparation. Your time here isn't lost, it's learned. You can leave and still be successful. You can leave and still be worthy. You can leave and still like yourself. In fact, leaving might be the first step towards liking yourself again.
Segment 6, Litterbox Wisdom.
This week's Litterbox Wisdom. Say it out loud. I can leave and I can still like myself. Say it to your mirror, say it to your cat, say it to the universe. Say it until it stops feeling like blasphemy and starts feeling like the truth. You are not obligated to sacrifice your soul for other people's comfort. You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. And remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's feeling the fear and choosing yourself anyway.
Closing.
If you're listening to this whilst drafting your own resignation email, know this. You're not abandoning your dreams, you're just changing the address where you'll achieve them. If you've already left and survived, tell me the one thing you'd wished you'd known on day one. Your story could be someone else's lifeline. The door is there, darling. You have to be brave enough to walk through it. This is LawBooBoo signing off and reminding you that sometimes the most professional thing you can do is quit professionally.